What's up, guys? It's been a minute since I posted to my channel, and to be honest, recently I haven't been watching a whole lot of horror. I mean, a couple here and there, but I've been blind buying a lot of horror recently, and a lot of it's turning out to not be good or just awful or boring, you know what I mean? And after so long of doing that, like throughout my life, this happens a lot where I'll do so many blind buys and so much modern horror, and after you get really tired of it, you kind of take a short break. And I mean, I'm a diehard horror fan, so I'll still always keep buying horror, still keep watching it. But I mean, after so many in a row that are just god awful, I've decided to watch a lot of action flicks the past week or two or whatever. You know, I've been busy with work and other things, life in general. So it's been the last review I did for this channel was it, but I definitely plan on coming back with a vengeance. I mean, a couple a week for sure. I'm going to post 2 videos today to kind of, for the welcoming back, the return of it. But like I said, I've been on a kick of 80s cheese action and stuff, so the next few reviews will probably be of that caliber, that kind of movie. I mean, there's a lot of horror I did get in, though, that I actually do want to watch. Like, I got in Hellraiser Judgment on Blu-ray, and all I had were, like, the DVD transfers of a lot of the sequels. I mean, I have the Scarlet box for the first 3, but I went and picked up that Blu-ray multi-pack for all the sequels. I am going to be doing a retrospective for the whole Hellraiser franchise, probably the next few videos. I know I picked up all the Death Wish movies on Blu-ray, and the 5th one, which isn't on Blu-ray, but I picked it up on DVD, because I want to do the whole Death Wish franchise, so that'll be next on the channel too. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff I still gotta do. I mean, Blade of the Immortal on Blu-ray I want to check out for, like, Takashi Miike's 100th film. I mean, there's just a bunch of stuff. I still gotta do Mother, I mean, Blade Runner 2049, bunch of stuff. I got Taboo the first season, and that I want to review. It's almost overwhelming how much stuff I got in that I do want to do for this channel, but hey, it is what it is. It's good though. But back to the main review. I have never seen this movie. It was a blind buy, and this was actually a blind buy that I really loved, and that's COBRA with Sylvester Stallone. Now, I used to see this everywhere for like $8, but I never picked it up, but I always really dug that cover. I was just never a huge Stallone fan. Like, Rambo and everything was okay, but I'm really glad I picked this up on Blu-ray, because this is one of the best 80s action movies I've ever seen. I think this was put out by Canon, yeah, and it definitely has that Canon feel. I mean, it's really, not low budget, but it's like really, it's just gritty and raw, kind of like a bunch of really good one-liners. This dude, Sylvester Stallone, is basically a last resort for the police department. He comes in when they need something done, like basically like an assassin type thing for the police and all that, but he's a badass. He drives this like 50s car. I don't know, I'm not a car person, so I don't know exactly what it was, but it was badass looking, and it's just typical 80s cheese, just over the top. I mean, that's basically the storyline. Is there's this serial killer going around at night, just killing everyone, and I'm trying to think of what the dude's name was who played him. Oh man, you know what's crazy is they don't even have the guy's name in here for some reason. I can't dwell too long on it, but he played Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and he was in the X-Files. I want to say it was like Brian Thompson or something like that. But he was actually, I think he sold the movie, honestly. He played the perfect villain, I thought. It was just over the top. The last showdown, when you see it, he calls Sylvester Stallone a pig, I think, like 20 times at least in the finale for this. So it was just really entertaining. Bridget Nielsen, I never thought was attractive. The fact that she was with Flavor Flav for a few years makes her even less attractive. So I know I like Flavor Flav, Public Enemy, and all that, but yeah, I didn't like her in it, and I heard she only got this because she was Sylvester Stallone's wife at the time. But one-liners off the chain in this movie. There's some really cool, cheesy 80s action scenes. Like, there's one scene where this dude's shooting at him from the back, and he whips the car around, and he starts shooting at the dude who is following him, blows that car up, and then whips the car back around and keeps going to where he was going, and that was just badass. They don't really show any kind of motive for the kill or anything like that, which I do like. It just basically cuts into him just cutting people. Now, one thing that I don't like about this movie is they don't show any kind of gore or anything, which is fine, I guess. But if you're having like an over-the-top 80s action film like this, I mean, show something, you know, because every time the slasher went to go kill somebody or whatever, it was just, it would cut away and go into slow-mo and all that. So that's the only complaint. I heard this movie was like really heavily edited and chopped, so I don't know the whole story behind that, but I definitely am glad I bought this on Blu-ray because I'm really interested in the commentary with the director, so I'll be watching that soon. But I highly recommend Cobra. I mean, if you're into action at all or just 80s in general, this movie is badass. Blu-ray looks okay. It's not a stunning transfer or anything. I feel like who put this out? Warner Brothers. I feel like this was like just something they upgraded the DVD transfer or something, you know, upscaled it, which is probably the case. But yeah, definitely pick this up. You can find it for under $10 all day. But anyways, guys, peace.